Sunday, the 21st.
It does officially start then.
Let's start today.
Let's start today, sir. Now, this is a beautiful place. Can you give folks just a general history about the Grand Hotel? Because, as I understand it, it's one of the last few remaining places of its kind in the whole world, really.
There's not too many of us of our size that are seasonal still. Most have gone year-round or gone away. But we were built, like a lot of ours, were built by transportation interests with the idea of just creating a new place to haul people to. They weren't really interested in the hotel business per se, and I guess luckily for my family, my great-uncle got here in the teens, was eventually able to get ownership, and now I represent the third generation of my family to own and operate the world's largest summer hotel here on Mackinac Island.
And of course, there's so many things about this place that are just must-dos. If you live in Michigan, you got to come here. If you have it on your bucket list and you're around the world, around the country, you got to come here as well. How about that porch? 660 feet, is that right?
That's correct. Years ago, my great-uncle reported to be 880 feet, and it went in Ripley's, believe it or not, across the country,
right.
Which was, at that time, the way to get the word out. And then about 20 years ago or so, we actually really measured it, and it's more like 660 feet. But we still feel, we keep saying it's the world's longest, so
right.
No one's disputed it, so it must be true.
It must be true. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them. My son, Zach, is behind the camera there, so Zach, if someone asks a question, feel free. Also, heart. Give us a few hearts there and tell us you love the Grand Hotel, you love Mackinac Island. We love the support on Periscope. All right, let's talk about Sadies. We're here at this pretty cool place. What is Sadies Ice Cream Parlor?
Well, this used to be our flower shop amidst our gardens, which made sense for a lot of years. But I've always wanted to get the flowers inside the hotel so you get the aroma, and also our wonderful talented florists putting together arrangements for weddings or for use around the hotel. And then we converted this into what is now an ice cream parlor. And originally we were going to call it after my great-uncle Stuart, who started our family connection here, right. And called Uncle Stuart's. And I don't know if you've seen the oil painting of my great-uncle in our lobby. He's a kind of an imposing-looking kind of Victorian right. gentleman, and, right. and I thought he might, if we put a likeness up here, it might scare children. And this is hopefully a happy, fun place for families, and it is. It is. And it's right when my parents' dog Sadie won Westminster, which is kind of the Super Bowl for dogs.
How about that?
And everyone loves a dog, and so we quickly changed gears, and now it's Sadies, and we'll be Sadies forever now.
And you have a couple of unique flavors here by Hudsonville Ice Cream, but they're really exclusive to Mackinac Island.
And we're exclusive. We have an exclusive agreement with Hudsonville, a great Michigan creamery and ice cream maker, and they've been great at doing a new flavor every year. Of course, and also kind of the traditional and some of my time favorites, the seaside caramel.
Yeah, right, exactly.
There's a brownie batter that is new that my kids are pretty fond of.
I think that was the one that went on Facebook, right? Because you're really involved. And part of coming to the Grand Hotel in Mackinac Island is a very personal experience. Generations come here, and you like to keep. I mean, this place really is about the people, right?
Yes. I mean, end of the day, it's our wonderful staff that made a memory for guests that come here. We're fortunate to have a lot of families that have repeated. We also have every year new guests that we try to make return guests. Right.
Well, one last thing, we were fortunate enough earlier this season to stay in the new Cupola Suites here at the hotel. 390 rooms I believe you have here, but yes. These new suites, which are right next to the Musser suites, are just a new show place, a great place to come, and a lot of color as well, right?
A lot of color and very family friendly. That we can rent them together or separately. A lot of different bedding options, which ties in great to our family added value rate that we offer pretty much throughout the summer now.
Yeah.
Where children 17 under are free, including meals, obviously sharing the room with the parents. And that's been a great addition, I think, and opened the doors to a lot of guests that maybe in the past hadn't thought of us as a family destination, but quite frankly, I think we're one of the best spots to be with a young family, particularly in the summertime.
Now, I heard your designer, Carlton Barney, was here last weekend.
He was.
Yeah.
He was.
What was that like?
It was great. He's had a design school for about 30 years down in West Virginia. And just recently now he's starting to take it kind of around the country. So we were one of the first to have a designer weekend where he held classes all day Saturday, and we had a lot of fun Saturday night.
Well, is there anything else that you want to tell people about Mackinac Island or the Grand Hotel? You know, why come here? Why would people want to come here? Do you think?
Well, you know, it forces you to slow down Ironically, here in Michigan, we've banned automobiles on Mackinac Island, but it forced
not the whole state, just
Mackinac
Island.
And it from the time you get on the ferry boat, which takes 30 minutes, but you start to slow down. You separate a little bit from our addiction to media that we have to have for our day-to-day life.
You're looking at me, of course, yeah.
But it's a way to unwind, and I think in a beautiful setting, historic setting, but also with all the amenities and trappings of modern day world too.
Great. Where can people get more information? How can they learn about staying here overnight and getting this whole experience?
Well, the best is grandhotel.com, but also 1-800-33-GRAND.
There you go, everyone. Thanks a lot for joining us on Periscope. Appreciate it. And, you got to come here.